Forgiveness. I actually like this. It's very intimate. Yeah. And I know good today is a Thursday. It's not like a Saturday where we don't have things. Is name medicines attended the following day. So I'm glad that you guys are here. And I think what pleases me even more is seeing people that I know who keep attending It Build a Woman, who keep supporting It Build a Woman. I was talking to Untombi earlier on about Build a Woman. She was asking me how it's going with the other places that I'm going to be hosting at. And I said to her, with the one that's going to be taking place here in Fort Lauderdale, she doesn't have to worry about anything, because the event is just marketing itself. The people that came to the first event are the same people I had on the second event with +1s and +2s. And then when I host again on the third one, those that came as +1s, they brought other people. So that is encouraging for me. It tells me that there's something right that I am doing with It Build a Woman. Even though it might have its own challenges and mistakes here and there, but for a mere fact that the people that attend initially, they keep coming back, and those that they bring, they also keep coming back. It means that there is something that is very valuable that keeps them coming back. So the reason why we are here today, I just titled it a fundraiser dinner of some sort, because I just wanted to create a platform where we can sit together and I can get to share briefly what #BuildAWoman is about, where it comes from, and maybe where I need you to assist me. I started #BuildAWoman in 2016. So for those that don't know, I'm originally from Limpopo, but I grew up in Mpumalanga. So I did all my schooling in Emmalenhle. When I finished my matric year, that was in 2014 when I finished. So 2015, 2016, I was taking a gap year. I had nothing to do. And I think they say that in adversity, that's where you become more creative. You start thinking, you start applying your mind, because you are frustrated about staying at home. You're frustrated about things you want to see happening that are not happening. You start searching to what is it that I have and what is it that I can do with the resources that I have. So from high school, I've always been a very active person when coming to school-based movements in eradicating teenage pregnancy, lessening the rates when coming to substance abuse, and. So I still had that burn in me, but I wanted to do it outside high school. But this time around, I was very specific that the people that I actually feel passionate about, it's women, not just the men and the women. I wanted to speak to the young girl, but in speaking to the young girl, I realized that there is still a lot of opportunity when coming to women in general, that it's not the young girl only that needs grooming, that needs advice, that needs inspiration. Actually, I think the young girls have it easier than us, because when you're a young girl, when you're a young person, you haven't seen a lot of things, so you don't think about things being impossible that much. You don't have a lot of insecurities. You haven't failed so many times that you feel like certain things are impossible. It's only when you start experiencing life after high school and you start realizing that, oh, now that we are no longer wearing the same uniform, I realized that actually we were never friends. It's just that we used to work together to school and we were in the same class, or we were in the same debate team. You start seeing who is your friend and who isn't your friend. And also, we used to go to the same class because we are doing the same subject. Now after high school, you need to find your own path. So there's so many challenges that comes after matric. There's so many things you do where you fail, things that test your confidence, things that shake up your self-esteem. You start questioning your abilities as a person, if you are able to do this and you can't. So my passion was initially young girls in high school, but like I said, even from the first event when I was still planning, it grew into just empowering women in general. And I want to also just be very specific on the idea of empowering women, to say, what does that mean? When you say that you empower women, what exactly are you doing? Firstly, I am happy that there's men that are attending this event, because I keep saying that hashtag build a woman, and it sounds harsh when I say it. I keep telling women that if you want to come to hashtag build a woman because you've got an idea of bashing men, then this is not the place. If you want to come to build a woman because of you've got a lot of negative things to say about men, then you are at the wrong place. This is a place that gives you a mirror to say, look at yourself. With the person that you are seeing here, what is the cause of this? Why is your life going in this direction? Without having to point fingers at another person. Yes, in this life, because we travel together, now we had each other. Other people have to take responsibility for the parts they play in, the roles they play in our part. But hashtag Build a Woman is a platform where I say to women, let us talk about ourselves, how we can fix ourselves, how we can help each other to become better people, and how to heal each other. It's a platform where I've created a platform for women to just gather and to speak about their challenges without feeling like when I walk out of that door, Kinos is going to be talking about me. She's going to be talking to Rory-san about what I shared. I've always been a firm believer that in a person's true story lies the biggest motivation. It's something that I keep saying every time when we host, to a point where it even confuses the people that are supposed to be my speakers, because they want to know, what do you want me to talk about? I'm like, I wish I could give you a plan to say, go touch on this, touch on this, touch on this. But I just I have a conversation with them normally, and then I get to hear that, oh, in your journey, there is marriage, there's divorce, there's family blending, or there is abuse, there is issues of mental health, there's whatever. Then we are just focusing on your story. But at the same time, I specifically choose people that somehow in all that they went through, they came out victoriously, and there is something we can learn. It's not a platform for me to listen to your story and say sorry, so that we can just comfort. And I want to learn from you to say, okay, with everything that you've been through, what did you do to come out of it? Because that empowers me as a person, that inspires me as a person. And I believe that when we do this on Go Build a Woman, somehow we are creating or create a sisterhood bonds with people that are like-minded. I know that every person that attends It Build a Woman is a person that needs healing, is a person that wants a better life for themselves. So you get to network, you get to meet people that will help you in what you want to achieve so that you can get to a certain level. It's people that challenge you to work, challenge you to do better. I don't think there is any joy to be found in just being the best in the group of people that you are with. They say that if you are the best in every group of people you find yourself in, then you are hanging with the wrong people. There must be something that says to me, I need to work harder. Rory-san is doing this, I need to push. Whatever the department or the aspect in your life, there must be something about you that propels me to want to become a better person. So over the years with hashtag Build a Woman, like I said, that we started in Embalente. I've been hosting them annually. They used to take place once a year. And my challenge then was, it's a very long or a big gap from if I'm hosting in August. I think there's a reason why people have to go to church every Sunday, or why you have to read your Bible every day, because in you. So imagine if we are only talking about things that build us once a year. How many things happen in a day, in one day, that I don't know. I'm going to share this. I don't know how other women deal here when they are on their periods or when it's that time of the month. How many emotions you go through in just one day. You could literally pack your bags and say, peace out, my guy. Like, I'm fine. It's okay. And you realize later that, oh, it was just the hormones, yes. So imagine with all the emotions that we go through, you meet people at work, you are no longer sure if you want to work here or not, you're at the gym, I'm not sure if Melubela or you need to move. So there's so many things that happen, and I decided that I'm not going to be hosting Build a Woman once a year. I will keep hosting it at least twice a year and take it to different places, and all of that. There is still a gap. There is still a gap for me to do something in between. And I'm happy that my brother here, Babkhulu Kenjana, is here, because he's the one that actually awakened something in me. He was challenging me to say, okay, after senikhulumile, after senibonene, then nenzani. You understand? So it's a very big question mark that is there, that I am hoping that from you also, I'll get ideas as to what is it that we can do. No matter ukuthi CPE scale, we have to keep this thing going somehow. We need to make it work. So I moved from Embalenhle. Now I am this side in the East Rand. I continued hosting in Mpumalanga, but because of I am based this side, I started hosting in Katlehong. That's where I met Rorisang, sister here. I think you're one of the people that attended the first event. I met a lot of people at the first event. Then we hosted again, and now what I am doing from last year, I've been advertising to people that if you stay in a township that I've never been to with hashtag Build a Woman, you are maybe in Duduza, or you are in Tembisa, or you are in Katlehong somewhere, and you feel like women in that area could do with an initiative like hashtag Build a Woman, then I co-host with you. We become partners, we take the event where you are, so that we can reach out to more and more and more women. So for January, we are going to be here at the same place. On the 20th, we are hosting. But the first event is actually taking place on the 13th, which is this Saturday. I'm going to be in the Val. Then on the 27th, I'm going to be in Pietermaritzburg. There's something very amazing about deciding or having a clear picture of what you want to do, because somehow God brings people to you. Like once you decide that this is what I want to do, you start meeting the people that will help you to make this dream or this idea, to bring it to life. So I attended an event sometime last year where I was invited as a guest speaker, and I met a lady that is doing almost similar job, like similar work to what I'm doing, who's based in the Val. And when I was sharing with her the work that I do, she was like, actually, I've been looking for a person that can bring such an initiative in the Val. And I was like, actually, say no more, we are doing it. So we did that. I posted some of the pictures from previous events. I got contacted by a lady that is in Pietermaritzburg that I do not know. Her name is Slondiwe, and Slondiwe Mochabi, and she was proposing if that I bring the event to Pietermaritzburg. So that's how the Pietermaritzburg one happened. Here I'm not collaborating with anyone, but I am open to taking the event to other places. I would really love to do that. My ultimate goal with hashtag Build a Woman is to have more women that are just confident in who they are. I'm not saying that you won't have challenges, but the foundation is that you are self-aware. You know exactly who you are, and you have no problem with working with other women or with supporting other women, because you understand that when another person gets better, or specifically when another woman gets better, it takes nothing from you. Because that is the biggest challenge that we face, even now in 2024. When I started back then in 2016, that was the problem in my small township in Embalenhle. The problem when you guys lack on the lamb and chai sign, I don't know how. It's still a problem, Namanja, where people hate on each other just because of I looked at you and I'm like, I don't understand her and I can't work with her. So I would like us to get to a point where as women, we start seeing each other in a positive light. We start seeing each other as sisters. We start, we are able to work together, because there's so much that we are able to do when we work together. For an example, the lady that designed these earrings, Urifilo, it's somebody that I started working with in my previous event. We are still working together to this day. I work with Okatleo and her partner Ubaziba. They design body buttons. They I wish you had brought some. Do you have them in the car? You didn't bring anything.
I don't have stock.
Is it? Yeah. So there's a...
I have a scrap.
You have a scrap. Yeah, no. So it's those things where you are able to promote a business and we support it, even if you don't benefit anything from it. Because when they get better, somehow now you are winning. Now, and right now we are doing this thing. She's here. She's supporting this. Mrs. Slake is one of the biggest customers. They be me. Ambassador. Yeah, ambassador. I'm sorry. She is an ambassador. She's the face. She's the face of Butter Me Estates. Yeah. So it's that, and I think maybe just to get to a point. Okay, maybe before I get to a point of how I would like to be assisted, is to share maybe the achievements that we've had in the past with